Hey, the Summer of Tire Rack Sweepstakes rolls on. One winner has already been selected to win a set of 4 brand-new tires, and now 2 more winners have the opportunity to win a set of 4 tires plus installation taxes and fees. It's valued at up to $1,500. Enter daily, which gets you a new entry into the contest every single day. To enter, you go to foxsportsradio.com to boost your chances to win. 2 more winners will take home a set of 4 new tires between now and August 27th, this being the first day of August. To enter and get those rules, visit foxsportsradio.com, sponsored by TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. The buzz around the NFL connecting the Dallas Cowboys to Jonathan Taylor. He's a running back from the Indianapolis Colts. A lot of chatter about that. The unhappy Indy running back was permitted to seek a trade the other day. Probably heard about that. We talked about it. Everyone's been talking about it that does these kind of shows. So Jerry Jones was asked if the Cowboys would consider a Jonathan Taylor trade. What did Jerry say? I'm glad you asked. So, if you missed it, Jerry Jones, now he refused to completely dismiss the thought of the Cowboys acquiring Jonathan Taylor. So he would not just say, we're not doing it, doors closed, no. But he said, I feel good about our running back position if we don't add anybody, close quote. Now, Jones went on to praise the stable of no-name backups behind Tony Pollard, players that are named Malik Davis, Deuce Vaughn. I actually think Deuce Vaughn will be pretty good. He's a pint-sized running back, and he should be pretty good for the Cowboys. But and those are the guys on the depth chart. So let us discuss the question, why is Jerry Jones leaving the door open a little bit for the Cowboys to add Jonathan Taylor? So I've got Bruno Mars, helicopter, and tapioca pudding. And we will combine these 3 random things together, and we are going to make a triple-double. Try to hit that triple-double here, fill the stat sheet up like the Joker in the NBA. Now, to lead off, Jerry Jones, we know a lot about Jerry because Jerry's been in the public eye for a long time, since the 1980s, the late 1980s. So for most people, their entire lives, Jerry Jones has owned the Dallas Cowboys. But Jerry Jones loves stars. He is a star effer. He absolutely is. He's attracted to shiny objects. And Jonathan Taylor is the bling-bling on the trade market right now. You know it. I know it. Every man, woman, and child knows it. So Jerry Jones, he's sending mixed signals. He both loves the players on the Cowboys right now and every other star player in the NFL. It's like, well, I like the running backs that we have. Of course he does. He's the GM. He picked the players. It's like, you know, you look through your cupboards, and you're the one that does the shopping. You're like, I think I got a lot of food. We got a good diversity of food here, and I think we can make some great meals. Well, yeah, you're the one that shopped, dum-dum. Of course you're going to like that. But cue the Bruno Mars tune, Leave the Door Open. Leave the door open. So Jerry, in some respects, is intentionally vague, and he plays the field of available talent that is out there. But you mix that with Jerry always thinking the players on the Cowboys are better than the players on the Cowboys are. That is a time-tested tradition unlike any other for the Dallas Cowboys, where Jerry Jones, at least publicly, is convinced that his roster is so good it's oozing with talent. Oh, it's so wonderful. And if you mix together that, right, you mix together Jerry Jones loving the players on his own roster, and then at the same time trying to get the players from the other team's roster, the top players on the other teams. You mix all that together, and it creates the Cowboy Cocktail, the cocktail for Jerry's world there. Jonathan Taylor would be a big-ticket item for the Cowboys. They would require some finagling of the salary cap. It could get done, but unlikely to happen for several reasons. Now, furthermore, let's go to Gotham, where we have learned that the Jets head coach Robert Saleh is under attack. They have not even played a game. Not a real game this season, and already Robert Saleh's under attack. Now, what is he under attack for? Did he screw something up? Did he F up something? No. Robert Saleh announced the Jets are going to be starting Aaron Rodgers on Saturday in the preseason finale against the Giants. Rodgers will be starting at quarterback. He has not played in a preseason game since all the way back in 2018. Yeah, that's a long time ago. I hadn't played. And so this has led to paranoia among the myopical New York Jet fan base, factions of the Jets fan base, and also the media covering the Jets. You're risking too much. You cannot play Aaron Rodgers. What if he gets hurt? What about this? What about that? Whataboutism. A lot of whataboutism going on. It's unnecessary. So Saleh in particular is being called out for not sitting Rodgers and just throwing him out there the first game of the regular season against Buffalo. Did you hear the response of Robert Saleh? Did you hear what he had to say? You did not. Okay. Here's the quote. I am not Robert Saleh, but I will pretend like I am Robert Saleh. He said, quote, you can't slip. Oh, he says you can rather. He says you can't slip getting out of the car and have something happen to you. You can't coach scared. You can't play scared. Robert Saleh said, knock on wood, it will be fine. It's not uncommon to play first-string players in the preseason. You can always play the hindsight fearful game. It's in the best interest of our team to go out together and prepare for the season. So the question on this one is rather self-explanatory. How do you appraise Robert Saleh's rebuttal to the Aaron Rodgers paranoia? So I will go first because I can't hear you. And I will say that this is paranoia, and I thought it was bravo. Bravo for the coach of the Jets here. Do not listen to the helicopter, as in the helicopter parents that are in the media and among the fans and all that. There's people out there. Some of them have they have some disorders, some psychological issues they're working through. You could call them, I don't know what the term is for this. I tried to find it. I couldn't find it. But, we've all heard of being a hypochondriac and thinking that you're sick with whatever illness is going around and convinced of that. But these people are hypochondriacs for other people. Like, they're convinced that Aaron Rodgers' body is going to light on fire and burn up if he plays in this exhibition game on Saturday, and it's rather amusing. So it's rather amusing in my opinion. These people preoccupied with all the bad things that could happen. And, yeah, maybe Rodgers gets hurt, but I agree with the mindset of Robert Saleh that you can't coach scared, can't play scared, but you just can't live your life that way. Right? Bad things happen all the time, but you got to roll with the punches, and you just got to think it's today's it's not going to happen to me today. And maybe it will, and someday it will happen to you, but you can't live your life every day thinking, oh, crap, bad stuff's going to happen. You got to drive to work. If stuff happens, your car might break down. You might get into an accident. Who knows? But you can't be living your life thinking, oh, my God, this is going to be terrible. Now, turning the page on that, we go to the parting shot now. Former Steelers player turned television talking head Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark has turned his sights on the Miami Dolphins quarterback. Clark unloading this week on Tua Tagovailoa and his bulked-up physique with the Miami Dolphins. Now, Tua is attempting to become someone that can accept the abuse, the concussions, right? It's an interesting transformation that Tua has taken here. He has bulked up his physique. He is the round mound of touchdown here, trying to attempt things like bodily blows, shots to the head here. Some have said he's as thick as a milkshake now, Tua, in order to survive and absorb. Now, Ryan Clark said Tagovailoa spent more time in a tattoo parlor than the gym or listening to a nutritionist. He also compared Tua to a stripper in Atlanta. Now, I don't know about strippers in Atlanta, but I do have an expert, a guy I can talk to, Rob Parker, who knows a thing or two about that. So the question is Tua Tagovailoa's weight now a problem for the Dolphins? Do they have a Tua Tagovailoa weight problem? So I am shaking my head no on this. Now, ultimately, the proof is in the tapioca pudding. That's where the proof is here, because which Tua, apparently has eaten a lot of, but which Tua is going to show up? You don't know what you don't know. Is he going to go out there and be heavy whipping cream and be whipped up by the AFC East for the Dolphins? But he has undergone a quantum leap here, and it's one of those things, no matter what you do, it's not good enough, right? No matter what you do, because he has gone from a string bean to a thick canned ham. Tua has, covered in pineapple, and it's ultimately about the results, right? We always talk about, hey, it's results, who cares about this other stuff? But if Tua gets it done, he will be a folk hero. If he doesn't get it done, they will send him to a fat farm. So that's the outcome. Those are the two outcomes, right? Either you get it done and you're celebrated, you don't get it done, they want to send you to the fat farm. But he started out his career, people said he was too thin, too lean, not going to be able to survive. He's a string bean. And now he is a fat ass who's double fisting donuts, apparently. So go figure.